Hey YouTube, it's Jen and I'm back for my update regarding the second opinion, and I got a lot of information. So to start off, I'm 5 feet 4 inches tall. Started this journey in December of 2012 at 262 pounds. I had the lap band. It slipped when I got down to like 169 pounds. It slipped. I had to get it repositioned with surgery. After that, I basically lived in the 170s for like a little while. I was in the 170s, let's see. 2014 it slipped. March 2014 it slipped. And I think between 2014, 15, the end of 2013 through the beginning of 2016, I lived in the 170s. And then I started putting on 10 pounds per year. And so last year around June, I talked to my doctor about getting my band removed and converted to a sleeve. And so she removed my band August 2018. She removed my band, and I think I was like 204, 205. And then I got sleeved December 18th, 2019, and I was 209 point something. So last week I came to you, or last time I came to you, I was 187.8. And this week I am 187. So that's a 0.8 loss in 3 weeks, which of course is not impressive. But now I understand why. Okay, so when I saw my new doctor, he wanted to order an upper GI where I ate a little bit of a bagel and they watched it go down. And then he wanted to do an EGD. So if you've been watching me before, you'll know that after the band was removed, but before I got the sleeve, I was having this horrible reflux, and my doctor did an upper GI, and we found that I still had food in my stomach. It wasn't going through. But then when I got the sleeve done, my doctor had left a stitch when she removed the band, and that stitch was creating a pocket that was trapping the food, and that was what was causing the problem, or so I thought. So once I got the sleeve, that went away. However, when I went to do both the upper GI and the EGD, there was still food in my stomach, even though I'd been fasting for 13 to 15 hours. So that's not good. So that was the first thing the doctor told me was you have basically gastroparesis, which means I'm going to have to take this drug called Reglan to get the food to leave my stomach. Now, one would think, okay, well, if the food's sitting in your stomach, that means you're full longer. Sadly, that is not the case for me. So that is my first problem, that I have to take something called Reglan to deal with that. Now, the upper GI, he did the upper GI and the EGD, and basically after the upper GI, the radiologist was like, yeah, that's a generous sleeve. And after the EGD, the doctor that did it was like, yeah, that's not really shaped right. It's shaped more like an hourglass than a sleeve. So if you want to see, here is a picture of the sleeve on the EGD. So if you can see here, that is not the shape of a sleeve. So see all this? This bottom part, way too big. It goes big, little in the middle, big on the bottom. That's not what it's supposed to look like. So we found out that my sleeve is not shaped properly. And while the top is big, he accepted the big on the top because I've had a band and so the scar tissue. And he's like, that doesn't concern me, but the bottom, that's big. And I said, okay, how are we going to fix it? And he said, we're not. So I've gone through 4 surgeries to basically have a defective tool because he doesn't think that the benefits of a bypass would be worth the 5th surgery, the risks of a 5th surgery. I am not happy with that answer, and I am not certain I am accepting that answer. I'm just really, really, really angry and upset right now. I'm angry for many reasons. Number one, I went through 4 surgeries and I don't have a working tool. Number 2, when I asked my original surgeon, I said, I don't think there's something right. I think there's something wrong with the sleeve. I really know what I should be feeling. I'm not feeling that. And she's like, okay, we'll do an upper GI. And she looked at it. She goes, oh yeah, you're fine. Really? Really? Because no. So I'm angry about that because nobody's perfect, but if you make a mistake, just say it. Don't let the person think that they're insane and they're just failing their tool. So I'm angry right now. I'm really, really, really angry. So basically in 3 months, I've lost 22 pounds, which if that was evenly distributed over the 3 months, you could be like, oh, that's not bad. No, the 10 pounds was the first week. So, and I'm really not losing. I think I lost like 1 pound last month or for March. So, yeah, I'm okay with slow weight loss. I am not okay with non-existent weight loss. So I'm really, really, really upset right now. And then it comes down to, like, even if the doctor would do what I want, I mean, I guess, like, bypass was something I was always trying to avoid. That's why I went for the sleeve, because I didn't really want to be messing with all of that. And so I'm angry because even if, like I've said, right now I understand at 187 pounds, while not ideal, and I'm still obese at 187, from a health perspective, arguably it's not putting me in danger. But the problem is that food and hunger and weight is a central focus in my life and a central thing that's just making me so upset. And I just don't want to be so obsessed with food. And that's why I was hoping that even if it didn't provide weight loss, that these surgeries would provide like a feeling of satisfaction with food. So I did not feel like I was being controlled by food. And I'm angry because we didn't do any of that. And you know, yes, I've lost 22 pounds and I've had to work so hard for those 22 pounds. And I'm not saying I don't want to do the work. I get that we all have to do the work, but the problem is that your first 3 months should be the easiest time. It's going to get even harder. And so I didn't even, you know, it's easier right now to do it because you're on the high of getting a tool. But I don't really have an effective tool. You know, the first 6 weeks I lost weight because I was on a restricted post-op diet. Of course you're going to lose weight when all you're doing is drinking protein shakes. So I'm really upset. I mean, when I got the sleeve, I did a lot of research, and a lot of people that went from band to sleeve were super successful with the sleeve. Like, they got down to a normal weight. And like, I kind of, like, in the back of my head allowed myself to go, well, maybe I'll say I just want to, you know, get down to like 160s, but who knows? Maybe I could get all the way down. And now I won't. And I'm just worried that I won't even get to see the 160s. I'm worried I won't get back to the 170s, and that's where I used to be. So I'm very angry right now. I'm very upset. But at least I'm validated that I am not crazy. Everybody else who's having these completely different sleeve experience than me, and I know some of you might have watched my videos and been like, really, Jen? You really not just eating ice cream? I haven't eaten any ice cream. And it's not me. It's not me being crazy. It's not in my head. My sleeve is not shaped correctly. And so I'm at least happy to have that validation, but I'm pissed off to have that be the truth. I don't know what would be worse, finding out that I was crazy and I had a good sleeve, or finding out I'm not crazy but my sleeve is defective. So that was really a no-win situation I was going to be in there. So I guess I just thought whatever the results were, we were going to be able to fix it. I just thought, oh, you just re-sleeve. And I guess that's not really an option. And so I don't know where I'm going to go from here. I mean, I'm still going. I saw my new doctor's nutritionist. He wants me to see my new doctor's psychologist, which I'm happy to do. I'm happy to put in any kind of work you want me to do. So I'll be seeing, I will accept any help I can get. So if the doctor's office has a psychologist that can help me with my food issues, I'll take it. You know, he just wants me to use the tool of my brain rather than the tool of my sleeve, since my sleeve tool isn't going to do anything for me. So, and I guess I'm just frustrated. It's like, if I could just use the tool of my brain, I wouldn't have had 4 surgeries now, would I have? So, I'm angry. I'm upset. The doctor spent an hour with me. He had set aside 30 minutes for my appointment, because they tell you ahead of time how long they set aside. Not the doctor, but when you make the appointment. And so I knew there was an 11 o'clock waiting right after me, and he didn't even look at his watch. He just took all the time he needed. You know, I started crying. He's like, we're gonna get through this. We just have to, right now, we're just gonna try to see if we can stabilize your weight. Let's try to get you, at least, I mean, lose weight if you can, but let's try to make sure you don't gain weight. So let's try to work on your relationship with food, which is like, fine. I have another appointment with him on, I think, June 13th. So I will spend the next 3 months trying to work on my relationship with food and see where I'm at. But to me, bypass is not out of the question. I feel like I got cheated out of my tool, and if I start to gain the weight back, then I'll go to the insurance company, and it's like, you gave me a defective sleeve. That doesn't really count. You were supposed to provide me with a new tool, and not a misshapen one. So we shall see. I don't know that I don't know really what's the point of making videos. I don't know what I have to offer you all, because I'm not having significant weight loss. I'm cranky and angry, which is not what you all want to be hearing about. I mean, maybe I'll come in once a month. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what I have to offer here. But if anybody else is going through this, or if anybody else questions what's going on with them, you know your body better than anybody else. Do not let any doctor blow you off. If you don't think you're getting the right answers or the right tests, then go find another doctor. So I'm glad that I know what happened. I'm angry that the surgeon didn't do it correctly. I'm angry that she didn't admit to it. I'm angry, and I guess that's what I'll be dealing with. So if you have any questions, obviously feel free. I will answer any questions you have. But for now, at least I have my answer of why my sleeve doesn't feel like everybody else's sleeve. Anyways, have a great week. Love your faces. Kick some fat's ass. And I'll see you next time, YouTube. Bye.